Hello, best friend, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a fabulous day. If this is the first time you're watching my channel, my name is Sebastian, and I welcome you guys with open arms. I do pop culture videos every single day, so if you're looking for a new messy best friend, you have found me. Grab a snack and a drink, hit that subscribe button. I would be very grateful. You guys, listen, happy Wednesday. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Today's my hubby's birthday, so wish him a happy birthday, please. If you want, you can go over to his YouTube channel, The Real Andy of Beverly Hills, and wish him a very happy birthday. So we are celebrating. Right now, he's taking a little nap. We went out for breakfast. We did a whole little cake situation, some gifts in the morning, and he really loved it. And later, we're gonna go and have dinner with some friends. So that's what we're doing. And so I hope you're having a really good day. Well, anyways, listen, the Kardashians, honey. The Kardashians. We got to talk about the Kardashians because they're getting called out for something kind of, listen, I would say, you guys know me. I'm very like this with the Kardashians. Sometimes I'm like, girl, really? Like, I'm all over the place with them. But I like to call it as I see it. So they're getting called out because I believe it was yesterday or the day before, Khloe Kardashian and Kim took their daughters to the world of Barbie. It's sort of like a Barbie museum type thing here in Los Angeles, or in Santa Monica. And they're getting called out for something kind of weird. Basically, they're getting called out because allegedly they closed down the museum for the Kardashians that hour. I tried to do my investigation, honey. I tried calling them. There's no number. I just wanted to see if they actually really closed it. But, so, you know me, girl, I'm Inspector Gadget, honey. I'm all over the place. But yeah, they're getting called out because it's like, people are saying that their children are really not getting a childhood because they're always so like separated from the public, and they're always so, it's like always very private everything, and they're very secluded from the real world and to communicate with other children and stuff. Like, that's what they're basically getting called out for, that every time they go somewhere, they have to shut the place down. It's sort of like they play with each other and that's it. Like, they don't get the joy of hanging out with like other kids and strangers, like stranger kids, whatever, and just have like a normal childhood. Well, listen, I have a lot of thoughts about this because here in Los Angeles especially, I'm sure everywhere in the world, but I've heard of this many times, where celebrities with children, they have to go at odd times, they have to shut the places down. I know that some celebrities actually go to Disney and they rent it out at nighttime. I believe the Kardashians did that once also. But like, I understand why they have to close it, because you know what, if the Kardashians go and they're with their children and they go to a very public place, trust me, it's going to turn into mayhem. You know what I mean? Because especially if the place is like full of tourists, because here in Los Angeles, like, yeah, people are very in your face, fans and stuff, but it's not like, it's not that crazy. Like, here, I guess you're used to seeing celebrities more than in other places. But I don't think they should be called out. And I also think it's like, of course, they have to take the security measures. They have to take the right, security measures, because you really never know who's going to be around you. And honestly, if I was as famous as a Kardashian, I would probably do the same exact thing. And about the childhood not being, normal and stuff, well, it's never going to be normal. They're the Kardashians, they're billionaires, they're millionaires. It's never going to be a normal childhood. But for the one thing that I have to say is, these children have the most massive parties, and you always see like their friends. Now, I know that a lot of celebrity kids, they go to like celebrity kids school. So, let's say Kim Kardashian's daughter goes with Beyonce's daughter to school. I don't know, so it's very much like that, because the security is good, they feel safe. It's a top of the notch school, with a lot of fences and a lot of gates, so no one can go in. I personally don't see why they're getting, called out for that. I also feel like, the Kardashians are always going to be extra. You know what I mean? Like there is no simple, plain bone in their bodies. They're always going to do the extra mile, go the extra mile. But I don't see how they're not giving their children, a normal childhood. I mean, yes, of course, these children are very blessed monetarily and, with things, but I also feel like, they have a normal childhood because they don't know anything else. You know what I mean? Like, this is their normal. Their normal is when we go out, there's 5,000 paparazzis. When we go out, there's people taking our pictures. When we go out, we close down the places. For them, that's their normal life. But I can see why, for example, the movie Richie Rich, he wasn't able to do what the other kids were doing, or he wasn't able to play with the kids. And, I get it. Like, it's a very weird life, especially if you're a kid. And I'm probably, guessing that when they get older, they're going to realize that their childhood was not very normal. A lot of child stars, admit that later on in life. And a lot of like rich people admit that later on in life that, their normal was not actually normal. But I think that the Kardashians or any celebrity, in that magnitude definitely has to go the extra mile. And I don't think shutting a place down is extra. I think that, you want your children to run around and be safe. You want your children to be able to have fun and not see mommy being hounded by paparazzi. You know what I mean? I do think that these kids, that's why, there's a lot of issues later on in life with these kids, and I think that if you try and make these children understand that, yes, this is their normal, but it's not normal. And I think that the quicker they learn that in life, I think the easier it's going to be later on. But I don't think the Kardashians are doing anything wrong with this. I feel like if I had that money, girl, and I was that famous, honey, I would do the exact same thing. I would rent out Disney World if I could for my kids. Or, bitch, even for me. Fuck the kids, okay? I'm sorry. I would fucking shut Disney World down. Can you imagine you in Disney World by yourself with your friends? How fun that would be. Also, I saw, on top of this, they were talking about how, the kids only travel private and, like, they're being spoiled and, this is not normal. This is not normal. I mean, this is their normal, you guys. I don't see how that's so difficult to understand. This is the kids' normal. This is all they ever known. So, of course, they're going to fly private. All of them have private jets, Well, only Kim and Kylie have private jets. But, this is what they're used to. This is what they do. This is how they travel. And you have to, I mean, listen, I've seen paparazzis, you guys, many times. And the way that they are so ruthless, the way that they jump on things, push people down. Girl, I saw this paparazzi push down this old lady. She couldn't get up, bitch. Like, just to get that shot, I mean, I can't imagine, you're trying to have fun and 5,000 paparazzis come at you at once. But I do think that these kids are going to grow up and think like, damn, this was not normal at all. Like, we were exposed to a lot of things that a lot of children are not exposed to, honey. But I don't know. I think getting called out for closing down the world of Barbie is a little bit of a reach from people. And I think that, I think that anyone in their position would do the exact same thing. Shit, I would fucking do it. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think that the Kardashians are raising their children in an unrealistic way? Or do you think that this is just their life, their normal? I think it's just their normal. I truly do. But I can't imagine growing up like that, you guys. Like, I can't imagine, like, going out in public, wanting to get ice cream, and then you have, like, thousands of people taking your picture, yelling your name. Like, I think that must cause a lot of trauma, like, especially, like, the flashing of the paparazzi. You know what I mean? Or, like, what if, like, you just came out of a Mexican restaurant and you have that, what if you have diarrhea? How do you control your faces when your stomach hurts in front of the paparazzi? You'd be like, damn. And then, the picture the next day in the fucking news, the news. No. Anyways, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm so grateful and thankful for you, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.